Hello out there. My name is Jessica. Today we are going to be working on a speed build. It is basically just like a crafter's little hermit house for more of like a feminine sim, if you will. So I'm pretty excited to show you guys this one because I had been thinking about it for a little while and just finally sat down, got it done. So I hope you guys are taking care of yourselves out there in this crazy, crazy world. And let's go ahead and dive in. Alright, y'all, here's the inspiration pick. I know it's really fast, so just do pause it there if you want to look at that for a minute, because it doesn't entirely turn out like it, but it kind of does at the same time. It was kind of just like one angle for the windows was the inspiration pick, but also kind of like, I don't know, for a vibe. Because when I went to build, for some reason I ended up in Mount Komerebi, and I think it's because this is honestly one of my favorite worlds. I don't really know what it is about it. It's just, it's very like green and lush and beautiful, and I really, really, really enjoy it. Plus, like, I mean, aside from every pack in The Sims 4 ever being a little buggy, I really like the snowboarding and skiing as like things that you can kind of do every now and then. Like, I mean, kind of like everything, like you don't make it like every Sims personality, but I do think it's a fun little thing to even just like be able to go do for a vacation and like try and do it every now and then. Because that's obviously like kind of realistic. Not that everyone does that, but you know, here and there people be testing out the waters on that stuff. I have done both snowboarding and skiing one time in my life. Not to get off track, but whenever I was skiing, I was like 14 or 15 years old, and I had like lessons on it. And for some reason, whenever I did the snowboarding, this is like fast forward in my life to like I was still with my family, but I was doing snowboarding whenever I was probably 27 or 28, probably 28. And I ended up not doing classes on it. I mean, it was just kind of like shady of me to do this to myself, but for some reason, I just went all in on just being like, yeah, no, I can do this. I don't know why I would think that. I mean, I was gonna say it's not like I can surf, and that's not the same thing, right? They're different. But I'm not like an extreme sports person, I guess is what I'm getting at. You're not gonna catch me on a skateboard. I do kind of I kind of want a longboard, so that's about as extreme as it'll get. No like downhill longboarding, none of that nonsense. I mean, I'm here for it if you know, if you enjoy that, I'm here for it. But I am personally going to avoid those things at all cost, because I'm just, you know, I'm not getting any younger, and I feel like you can't make the most stupid decisions as you get older. Is it a stupid decision? Maybe not. I don't know. I think it's really in the eye of the beholder there. And for me, being the beholder for myself, I would say it's not in the cards for me. But the house is coming along. You can kind of see the definition is like actually coming into shape. I was kind of dabbling around with adding some stone there and ended up not using stone at all. But effectively it is either a two kind of bedroom. There's like the upstairs is a lofted area that I turn into what would be kind of like the master suite. Okay, I'm about to jump scare you guys just to warn you. I have it zoomed in right now because, surprise, I am actually building this in my robe, of course. This is past Jessica there. But I clipped that in just because I wanted to kind of laugh at myself. Because I think it was my cat. I don't really know. Like, I have cats, right? And I have a child, right? So someone touched something, and it could have been me. It may not have even been someone else. But anyways, somebody touched something, and it started recording my face cam, and at some point I had looked over and I was like, what in the actual, like, what, one of those moments for yourself. I think I said, what the hell? And it was funny because in the sped up version, I kind of was giggling at myself. I've been kind of like tempted to leave things like that in, and I kind of think I do every now and then. So I don't know. It depends on how I'm feeling in the moment. But here you can actually see the floor plan. And as I was kind of talking about, the upstairs is a lofted area with a bathroom for itself. And then the downstairs has a bedroom and a bathroom, as well as, of course, the main living area. But I turn the downstairs area into more of the, like, it's not a bedroom, because this is, in my head, for one sim, maybe two sims, I guess, but they are scooting, because I put the bed upstairs ends up in the corner. Mostly for space purposes, because I did make this house rather small. But I was really trying to keep it that small, honestly. Like, when it came to the kitchen area, I could kind of see that I was not going to have space for, like, an island or anything. I mean, I guess I could have between the back door and the bathroom door, but it's kind of, like, aligned a little strangely, so I'm sorry, we're zooming around a little bit. I was changing some of this, changing some of that. But yeah, the color tones of the house are coming together. You can definitely see, like, more the style coming in. I definitely, like, when I had wrote down in my little, like, Sims agenda what I wanted to do, I had said that I wanted to build, like, a pink poppy house. And I don't know if this is, like, super poppy. It's definitely kind of maximalist here and there, and then it's like boho maximalist, if you will. I think it turns out pretty cute. I'm pretty happy with it. It's one of those, like, I think kind of like around Halloween, I guess it was, a little before Halloween, I built, like, a dark witch's house, a dark witch's cottage, or whatever you want to call it. And I feel like this one is kind of the opposite, where I didn't make it for an occult sim. There's not a cauldron or anything like that. But in my head, it was definitely for someone that just, like, wanted to knit or cross stitch while they did some of the hard, like, oh my God, I always call it the hard working, the woodworking stuff. Maybe they want to make some furniture for themselves, but at the same time, I think they have a little bit of, like, I don't even know the proper term, but it's like a little bit of the boho maximalist kawaii style. There's all sorts of colors going on and textures, and I used the macrame poofs in the end. I did change that chair out for a different chair, but it's actually the maximalist kit chair that I changed it out with, and so I kind of felt like it fit the vibe. But yeah, I basically just made this, like I said, for one sim, and I wanted it to reflect, like, that they probably don't work. Like, in my head, they definitely spend a lot of time at home, but I didn't necessarily make it, like, super, super cluttered. It's a smidge cluttered, but I didn't want it to be, like, overly cluttered. I did kind of struggle on the lamp back here for a minute, but we kind of get it all figured out. I think this is where, like, I decided somewhere in here that I was going to put a cat bed back there. Yes, that plant light from the Blooming Rooms kit was perfect. Deciding on that for the lamp was, like, in my head. I was like, oh yes, no, there's really no better moment for this. Yes, please. So my self sim does technically have a child. They are a young adult, and so I could move them out. And then I could just take this house for my own self sim because I think it is like perfect for gameplay. You could definitely change it to fit your needs a little bit more. And because in the end, I ended up taking like half of the space upstairs to make like an open concept closet space. And you definitely do not have to do that. Obviously, like I kind of wasted a little space by deciding to do it that way, but you can kind of see some of the blends of colors that are coming together because I do end up keeping the dining room chairs that color, and we do end up doing the yellows on the cabinets as well. So these are all kind of like final decisions coming in. I start bringing more pink pops in because I did want to make this a pink house, and I think in the end I added a lot of accents of pink instead of making it like pink cabinets. But I do kind of have an idea behind making like an all pink house because I have some custom content that I have been dying, literally dying to use, and it's really hard to go through and like choose not to use like any of the custom content whenever I'm doing this. I think that it's nice to blend them, if that makes sense. So in my head, I really, I think sometime soon, maybe even my next build, because I've been wanting to do it for a little while, I think I'm going to use a bunch of that custom content stuff. So I'm going to probably do a few custom content builds over the next like few months, hopefully. And that's kind of my aim because I think that I'm also like, I'm feeling the urge to just like delete my custom content. So I think it would be fun to use a lot of it. And then I'm going to refresh my CC at some point. And you guys would have to let me know if like CC shopping, I think is what the girlies call it. If like a video like that, going through CC and downloading it together, if that's something that you would like to see and be a part of. Because I do like watching people doing that. I think that it's kind of interesting, and it gives me like a good perspective of like what other people find, if that makes sense. Because when I go in, I might really be looking for like what I am interested in, or I don't know, maybe I'm not interested in trying something, and then I'll see someone else try like this CC on their sim, and I just really appreciate watching those videos where people download like a ton of CC from a creator and they try on all these hairs. I think it's really fun. I don't know. So you'd have to let me know if that's something that you guys are interested in seeing. I don't really have like a huge variety of content that we do. I'm really just like a not cast, oh my god. We don't do any casts. That was kind of my point. I'm really like strictly a speed builder and a legacy player. I've been really just trying to, since I have been back to my YouTube for the last year, I've been trying to grind out my legacy save. We had to take a lot of breaks, so I'm really hoping we don't have to take as many breaks this year. I say that while also I am trying to manifest a house with the yard for us this year. I'm really, really, really trying to focus on saving that moolah and just setting my sights on that. So fingers crossed that that works out. And in that case, I may have to take a break, right? Because I would have to tear my entire house apart. But we're not going to stress about that today. That is future Jessica's problem. And right now we are building this house. We are finally putting in the little like cabinetry for this whole little closet area. And I'm going to sell myself out right now. The bottom cabinets are not even the same color blue. I actually did not realize that for quite a while. I do fix it. It's fixed for the tour. I'm pretty sure it's fixed by that point. If it's not, it is fixed at this point. And I will be uploading this house to the gallery once I've got this video uploaded. Yeah, I think I think that the like little details were definitely the funnest part about this. I found myself wanting to put the light switches in basically every room. I did that in the bathrooms, I'm pretty sure. I don't actually remember if I did it in the bedroom areas, but I did do it quite a bit, and it was kind of fun. I talk a lot more about this later, so I will try not to repeat myself too much. But I did have to play through on this house a little bit to get to the next season. And in doing so, I wanted to be sure that no one came through and stole anything. So the alarm that comes with this house is fully upgraded. I mean, hopefully when I upload the house to the gallery, the fact that I have it upgraded will also upload. But if not, you don't really have to have your Sims handiness skill up that high to actually do that. So, of course, here I'm just stacking all the blocks so that I can place the one underneath. And it was definitely worth it. I thought that that was kind of a cute touch. You know, I am kind of a 420 friendly gal, so maybe there's some stuff in that box down there. There's no kids in this house, right? So this is definitely like bachelorette house for a sim that is really just focused on grinding out skills, money, careers, whatever it may be. But I do not see this sim like making way for a child. And that's why I put all that stuff in that second bedroom. So I don't know. I think that it's just kind of fun in my head to kind of play that way sometimes for yourself. And maybe that's because I am a mom who is giving every ounce of herself, and you know, that's how it goes. But yeah, I think it's kind of fun, especially because I otherwise in my other personal save file, I have two personal save files, if you will. And one of them I play as like a legacy style, whereas my self sim is effectively immortal. She's not immortal because she's not, well, she is a witch actually, but she is not immortal at this time. I may do that eventually, but I just keep giving her the potions of youth. But in my other personal save file, they progress, and I have actually, I think, 3 kids in that house right now. So it's kind of like a nice little change between save files, and I don't know if I'm the only one that plays that way. But I do kind of think it's fun to have that quiet save file be my personal self sim. I think that it's kind of fun. So I don't know. If anyone else is like that, you should definitely let me know. But here you have the little studio space coming together. I moved the little mushroom stool in here, and I did kind of rework the space. I ended up like putting the easel kind of at the center front of the room. And then otherwise, like I tried to do a really light palette in this house overall. So the cabinet in the corner that is white, with the gold accents, we're not looking at it right now, but it's from the painter's kit. Really, a lot of this is actually from that kit. But the cabinet in the corner on the right there with the gold accents, I thought it was just such a beautiful cabinet. I genuinely love it. I love it. And I kind of just want to use it more in my Sims houses because like after putting it in this house, something about it just like made me feel happy, and I want one for my own house. I'm trying to keep an eye on our time here, and I think I have a few more minutes with you guys. But yeah, I was just kind of adding in some little touches here and there. And I'm trying to think if there's anything. Oh yeah, no, outside. I mean, we're going to get there, but I do add in some little critters for us to play with and mess with. But we do not end up having like cows or chickens or anything like that, because I am so often like guilty. I'm so guilty of putting that kind of stuff in my Sims houses. Oh yes, no, that's the light switch that I used in the bedroom. I used the light switch that's from the Cozy Kitsch fit, the Cozy Kitsch kit. I can't think of the actual name. I could be wrong on that, but I love that pack. It is such a good pack. Everything that's in that pack is just top tier. It's one of the newer kits. But it has that little light switch that is like kind of retro looking, and it makes me happy. And a lot of things in this house gave me that little boost of dopamine for my sim, and I was just kind of, trying to bring that to life more and more as I went through here. I just kept adding color. So the bathroom here ended up being like very yellow and teal. And then there is no accent of pink. I end up putting the two beige things there. So it's really just pink on the wall for the, the towel and the robe there. And then otherwise, do I put blinds? I think I do put blinds, like the snowy escape blinds, actually. Okay. It's all coming back to me. So this bathroom, I kind of cut a lot of it out, but I really, really like the colors of it. It took me a minute to find the rug, but in the end, I decided on this rug. It fits a little too snugly in there, but we're just going to ignore any clipping that it does, because honestly, the vibes are immaculate. And so then I was kind of messing with raising a bunch of this area up so that we could have some plants on that ledge. And then I squirreled out. Ooh, plants on the porch. But yeah, just little plants on the ledge. I love doing this in my Sims houses. I think, of course, it's just another realistic touch. When you lift them up with a 9 key, they do kind of float every now and then, so I try not to do that all the time, but I am definitely guilty of doing that from time to time. But in the closet area, I actually ended up adding a little bit of clutter to try and just bring a little more personality to this sim. I think I did a pretty good job, but I don't know. I'm trying to think if I have any more actual life updates for you guys. I've been working behind the scenes. I got the anniversary video out to you guys, which really just is, I feel like anytime I sit down to do a vlog, I just end up like halfway pouring my heart out, without the tears. So I think that one of these days I may actually do more of a lifestyle vlog, if you will, not a whole day in the life, but I think that it would be kind of fun to do that. I'm not really one to do anything like that. I don't do that on my Instagram page, really. If I have a vacation weekend or something that I just want to, kind of commemorate, I will create some sort of little memento for myself to commemorate and in that sort of way. But I don't know. I just thought it was kind of fun. But yeah, I was trying something weird with this rug, and I do end up just leaving the one in the center. I don't know. I think it looks kind of nice. But I'm getting off track. I think it's just kind of my ADHD. I halfway forgot what I was talking about. But content things wise, I do have a new Minecraft video that I am definitely going to have out to you guys, hopefully in the next 5 days or so. I am going out of town though, so that might be kind of a tall order for me to promise, but this weekend, it's spring break for the kiddos, and so I'm going to be going to Branson with my my mom and my stepdad, and just kind of the small family on my immediate side, on my mom's side. And then she's gonna keep the kiddo for me for a few extra days, which I'm not gonna lie, I am kind of excited about, because that means I'm gonna get a couple days with just me to do me, and that's when I would really like to do a stream. I'm gonna try and record maybe a little extra. I don't know. I say that, and then it's I try and clean a little extra or get caught up on this or that with the spring cleaning list coming in. I do have a dentist trip actually scheduled to get us. I have some dental work I'm getting done like the Tuesday of that spring break, like next week. So I'm not even going to be able to fully enjoy being without my daughter. I'm first off going to miss her, of course, but then I'm going to be just trying to get as much done as I can. And then it's like this balance of like, I want to go hiking because I don't have to be a mom. I want to just go sit with the trees for a little while. But IRL, I need to just like do this or do that. So it's just the struggle. It is just the struggle. So all right, at this point in the build, I have pulled a bunch of stuff out, and you can kind of see what I mean by we're going to have some little critters here and there. I pulled out some bug houses, the bee house. I've got the bunny house, like the bunny stump. And then I also have the bird perch. Both the bunny house and the bird house are from Cottage Living. So I do actually end up swapping them because the birds were like spawning inside of our house. And that was honestly kind of an issue. So I ended up swapping that. But I did tuck away this little, the flower arranging table right around the corner. What else? I mean, I just kind of tried to make it to where, like, if you wanted to have some friends over in your Sims life, you do kind of have, like, an entertaining space. I put my favorite grill out for them. I really cannot get enough of that grill that, I don't know why. Like, it's not even really the style of the house, but, like, I genuinely love it so much. There she is. But yeah, I was kind of trying to figure out the pathway here. And I think after the pathway, honestly, we are done with this build. So I will have it linked. No, I'm sorry. I'll have it uploaded to the gallery, but my gallery ID will be put into the description. My Twitch will be linked, all that stuff. That's what will be linked. My other page, I'm trying to make sure I do all the links these days. Trying to be a real gamer girl. But yeah, thank you guys. I'm gonna pass you off now. All right, guys, we are here and ready to go ahead and tackle the tour portion of the video. Right now, my build sim is actually at work because I did play through fall and winter to get to spring to make it look kind of pretty, and it's like the third day of spring. So I know you can like cheat things like that, and I do have some mods like UI commands and stuff. I just don't, I'm afraid of like killing my sim somehow. So anyways, this is what we're working on, and I am so happy with how it has come out. It is just like a cute little snowy escape house is what it turned into. Honestly, whenever I came into this, I didn't know what world I wanted to build in. I just knew that I wanted to make some sort of like crafter's single sim house. So I always have like a bit of a feminine fairy touch, if you will. Like instead of a blue suburban curse, I have like a cottage curse. But we're gonna go ahead. This house is very small, so when you come in, I do have like the mailbox. The mailbox is right here. Our bills are about $2,000 for this house right now. We have a couple of like cute little things on the front porch, just little decorations. Now I did add, oh my goodness, I did add water underneath this house, but I really didn't want it to be like the main focus. So it's really not anywhere other than underneath the house, honestly. But when you come in, there is like a little entryway here. I've got the area for them to hang up, you know, their belongings, maybe some coats, jackets. We are in the snowy escape world after all, Mount Komerebi. And then, yeah, I don't know. I just added a bunch of clutter. I wanted it to feel lived in. I did make sure that I had everything installed because at the end of the day, I did have one attempted burglar situation, but nothing was stolen. I was really scared about stuff being stolen because, like, I'm trying to put this house on the gallery for you guys at some point. But yeah, little gallery wall over here, and then the living room area off over here is super cute. Let me get in here. I love a little moment, you know? I don't know what that means. I love a little moment. I think that everything is so cute in here. I absolutely love the way that it came together. I just knew that, like, I wanted it to be a lot of pink that I chose, but then from there it was like, we're just probably gonna do colorful because, like, spring is happening. IRL, I'm very happy it's springtime. I think we all are. But yeah, off in here, which this could be like a bedroom if you were actually going to play in this house, but what I did is I made it my studio room. So this being my studio room, we have some space for all of our things. This is arguably very unsafe with the candle, but you know what? I think that it looks really cute. It is an egg in there. So I liked that myself and just went with it. But yeah, I thought this room, I really like how it came together. There's like space over here for all sorts of little things. Got just decorations all over the place. I put a sink in here because I figured, you know, at the end of the day, you're kind of doing some sort of like artsy things. You might want to have a sink in here for whatever it may be. And then the bathroom is very small, but you have a bathroom upstairs and a bathroom downstairs. And again, with the color pops, I've got like just everything is very colorful. So outside there is a little area here for flower arranging and the pot plants. Now these are fake pot plants, you can take them out. But then over here, I absolutely love how this turned out. I'm trying to get the trees to not like be shy on us, and also there's a bird right here. You'll love to see it. Oh my gosh, now we're like creeping over the fence like weirdos. But yeah, so there is like on one side of the yard, there's kind of an entertainment space where if you were like a social sim, you could have some people over, do some grilling. Maybe you're trying to get to know someone. I personally envision this to not really be someone who is like interested in expanding the family on this lot. So they're very much in like a stage of their life where they are just focused on the grind and, you know, realizing that there's no space. This is also kind of my real life predicament right now. I have no space. I wish I had a yard, but yeah, anyways. So you come upstairs and there is like an open little area right here. I gave us this, the light that goes over the area. Like, I think she is real cute. I like it. This is kind of hard to like look at sometimes. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I'm gonna get us in here though. The foundation, everything was being a little weird. Oh my god. See, the freaking curtains didn't want to stay. I like have to do this way. Drop down in. Okay. So yeah, when you come up the stairs, there is a little wreath. I thought this person is very springy. It is also spring outside. So yeah, I gave them the spring wreath there. And then over here, there's a tiny little fireplace. I was kind of desperate to add in a fireplace. And so that's effectively what I was trying to do here, was just add in. And it's all very cramped. It's very, very tight. But I did play test this, of course, and it is working really well. So off over here is like what would be a little closet space. I think that it's honestly like kind of nice in my head. I thought, I like the idea of it. There's the open shoebox vibe We've got some stuffed animals. We've got some shoes. And then over here is the bed area, and I really like how the bed came together. I did actually mean to move this turtle, but honestly, it's cute nonetheless, just sitting there. But yeah, very pink and mint upstairs. Everything took like a turn for the cotton candy vibes, if you will. And then back here, very poppy. I went ahead and I did the Lil Simsies Comfy Gamer kit in the corner, added some little touches here and there. I love using, I think this is from the Life and Death pack. I love using this because it's nice and small, and it does come in pink, so made me pretty happy. But yeah, I really like this little corner. I hope you guys like how everything's turned out, because that is pretty much the whole build. Like, there is truly not much to look at in respects to this place. It is a very small build, but again, I wanted it to be very crafter oriented. So you have an area where you can like knit very nicely. There's a guitar here. Technically, like, my sim was doing a ton of video gaming, so you know, the computer area is fun for that. But then yeah, this whole room is very much a crafter's room. I don't think I can put this in my Sim's inventory because she's not here. So I might just have like a couple, honestly, we could put this upstairs. I was kind of thinking about, yeah, I mean, I think that looks alright. I was really trying to leave this shelf open for whoever, if you wanted to download this house, you had some space to add your own things in. But yeah, that is the house in its entirety, fully furnished. How I kind of just brought this crafter's home to life in my own head. So I hope you guys liked it. I think that this is it. I'm going to go ahead and cut this part. So I will have the house on the gallery. But yeah, thank you guys so much for stopping in. If you guys have any other questions, suggestions, thoughts, anything like that, definitely feel free to leave them down below. And I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye!